switch on my brother, can't switch on my dog. If he good, then I'm good, then together we ball. I'm on the ground, but they want me to fall. Time to slide on the outs, I know who I'ma call. Winning, but I can't take a loss. On man, turn myself to a boss. Catch your leg and we gon'
What's up with y'all? It's AustinMaresTV back here with another video, and today we got a wavelength drop fade. So as you can see in the beginning, I'm going to start off by brushing out the hair with a comb, just so I can get it lifted off the head before I hit it with the guard. I know it's been a minute since I posted, but I'm back here. You know, it'll just be hard finding time to post videos. Like I said, I want to get more consistent. Y'all always hear that. But yeah, we're going to start off with the one guard open all the way, and I'm just following his natural wave pattern. And when you do this step, you want to go over it a couple times, just making sure the hair is laid down like as smooth as possible before you move on to fading. So yeah, once I feel like I got it laid down pretty smooth, I'm going to begin the fading process by pulling on my Indus master lever closed and begin the first guideline in the drop fade. And as I come around the ear, I'm going to drop it down far down in the back, just because he's a waver and I don't want to cut too much into the waves, because I'm still going to have to stretch it out just so it blends, but I want to drop it as low as possible just to give myself more room to work with, if that makes sense. Instead of having it higher up and cutting more into the waves, I'd rather just, drop it down more and have more room down low. So now what I did was open up my lever a ½ inch, or really a full inch, and I set in the lever open guideline and then just blended those together. Now I'm just kind of freehanding the guideline, the lever open guideline, just kind of trying to soften it up when I come back in with guards. I just tilted my clippers trying to soften it up. So now I got the 1.5 guard on my wall seniors, and I'm just hitting that area. It's not going to take out any guidelines, it's just kind of prepping it. I call it a prep guard. And then now I drop down to the 1 guard and I got it all the way open, and then I'm going to drop it down all the way closed, just a little bit below that. And once you get done with this guard, you're going to start to see it come basically together. It's just going to need the finishing touches. So yeah, now I got my babeless out and I'm just freehanding that. Where I would originally use the 0 or the half guard, I'm just freehanding it by opening the lever all the way and tilting the blade, and just hitting that area. So we're going to do the same steps on this side. Lever closed, drop it down behind the ear, and try and be neat, and try and make sure your guidelines match up on each side. That's always a good thing to keep in mind. So now lever open once again, and we're going to blend those two together. And I try not to go full freehand, just because I know not everyone's freehanding, so I try to implement the guards and just do some freehanding. Like right here, like I said, I'm just softening up that line just so it's not as hard when I get down there, just by tilting the lever open just a little bit. I mean, this ain't even a major step. Just try it and see how it works for you. Just try and put in your lineup. Just try different things and see what works for you, because my way of fading might be different from yours. It might work better for me, just like your way of fading might work better for you, and not work for me at all. So it's all about what works for you. So once again, we did the 1.5 guard. Now we drop down to the 1 guard open, then closed it below that. Now we're on to the babeless, just kind of freehanding that bottom line out. In the back, I don't even know what made me switch clippers, but I'm on the babeless right now. I did lever closed and lever open an inch above that, still keeping that drop shape, and then fading those two together right now as we speak. Now we got the 1.5 guard on the babeless again. It's the same steps basically, just a different clipper. Now 1 guard, this time I'll pull out the seniors. 1 guard open, then 1 guard closed, right below that, bringing it all together. And like I said, if I would have stretched the fade out too much, I could have made it even blurrier, but at the same time that's going to cut into his waves a lot, and I don't want to do that. I want to still get a good fade on him, but I don't want to go crazy and take it all up into the waves, you know what I mean? Because they're not trying to get their waves cut out of their head just for a fade. So now we're going to begin balding out the client. Just taking my Auster, I believe this is the Model 10, and I had the balding blade, or like the 5-0 blade on there, just balding all around. And like I say, always be careful when you get up to your lever closed area. You don't want to put in another bald guideline and then have to go back and work that out. It just saves you more time being careful and, you know, watching out what you're doing. Now we're going to begin lining him up. I'm going to pull out the rose golds, and I actually had the graphite blade on this at the time. Like I said, you know, I've been trying to put out content. I recorded this video probably like a month and a half ago, and I'll just be so busy with barber school and everything. I still got a video coming on that topic, like is it worth it to me and everything. But yeah, I've had a couple videos recorded. I just don't be having time to edit them, because, you know, it takes a few hours to, you know, edit, do the voiceover, get it uploaded. But yeah, I'm going to try and get those edited and put out as soon as I can. But yeah, like I was saying, I had the graphite blade on my clipper at this time, and I just feel like it's not the hardest hitting. The 2.0 blades, to me, they don't hit as hard as the originals. Like, for example, the ones that come on the golds, the gold FX, I feel like that's one of the hardest hitting blades. And then the original Rose FX blade, that one hit like butter, bro. I feel like that one and the gold was like neck and neck. The 2.0s, I guess they're just thicker, so they don't hit as hard. They don't put as sharp of a line on there. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. And I was looking into it, but I actually messed up my Rose FX blade by trying to sharpen it, and it started pulling, so I should have just left it alone. But we're going to start the enhancements here. Once again, the semi-permanent dye Kiss Express alcohol mix. But yeah, like I was saying, I feel like they're trying to pull away from the original blades, because right now all I can find for the rose golds after I messed up my stuff is the 2.0 blade. And I remember when I first got them, they came with the original thin blade. Now when you go and try and order some rose golds, they're only coming with the 2.0 blade. So I feel like they're trying to get rid of that original blade altogether, because all that's really left is the gold original blade, like the thin ones. Now it comes with a 2.0 blade on the silvers, 2.0 blade on the rose golds, and the golds, that's all that's left. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, what's going on with the blades. But as you seen, I just did the pencil line, outlined it. Now I'm taking the razor in a downward motion. We're taking off all the peach fuzz on the front of his hair, any stubble that's still there. The reason I'm not going against the grain is I used to go against the grain on a lot of people, and it would cause irritation, especially on African American hair, just because it's so coarse. It would get stuck under the skin sometimes going that low. And you know, you still aren't going to see any stubble if you go downward, like with the grain of the hair. It's going to take out the stubble, so that's why I started going downward. So now we put out the fibers, just hitting them with a coat of them, kind of brushing it in right there. Now we're going to start lining him up. This is my hitter blade. This is the gold blade. I got this from Clipper Grinder on Instagram, and it's modified and everything, so it just leaves like a razor-like finish. So yeah, what I'm doing is kind of dragging it along that pencil line, just to kind of blend it in. Now we're going to hit them with the scissors, and we're basically done at this point. This cut was even like a 30-40 minute cut with recording, not too long. And you know, this is just a finishing touch. Not every barber does this. This is what's going to separate you from the rest. So yeah, let me know what you think about the fade down in the comments. I had a lot of people sliding up on my Instagram story saying that's a blurry fade, especially for the area I had to work with. But I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all stay tuned for more videos. This is AustinMaresTV, and I'm out.